Here's what we're doing today. Can you guys reduce 4 over 8? What's 4 over 8 reduced to? 1/2, right? Can you guys reduce 8 twelfths? Can you reduce 8 over 12, lowest terms? Highest number that goes in the both is 4, right? 2/3. Everyone's got the ability to do that. Well, today all I'm going to do is put variables now, and we're going to reduce those fractions. All right. So take a look at the first example here. All right. 15x to the 5th, y to the 3rd, all over 3x to the 3rd, y squared to lowest terms. All right. So the first thing I always deal with is the coefficients, the numbers out in front. So everyone, 15 over 3. 15 over 3. 15 over 3. 5. Okay, so that reduces down to 5. Now you can only reduce like variables. So x's with x's, y's with y's. So if I have this exponent up here is telling me how many x's do I have in the numerator right now? How many do I have? 5. And how many do you have in the denominator? 3. So 3 of them are going to cross out. How many are going to be left with? 2 left over. So x squared. And then here we go. How many y's on top? 3. How many on the bottom? 2. How many are left? Just 1. So this fraction reduces down to 5x squared y. All right. Anything yet? Okay, let's keep going. And I'm going to add in a couple more too. So 28 over 8. They don't go into each other evenly. 8 doesn't go into 28 evenly, but you can reduce it. Reduce 28 over 8. Find the biggest number that goes into both and reduce it for me. And I'll ask somebody here in a second. Biggest number that goes into 28 and 8, reduce it for me. Try again. Okay, can I get 15? 15, what number? 7 over 2. Everyone agree? What was the number you found? 4. 4 goes into both. 7 over 2. Everyone's good? Okay, now look at the A's. I got 5 on top, 3 in the bottom. How many are left? 2. Now be careful now, because I could put them in the top, in the numerator or the denominator. Where are there 2 A's left in the numerator or denominator? Numerator, because there was 3 down here and 5 up here. So 2 left, so A squared. What about the B's? What's left with the B's? 1, and where is it? Up top, B. And then what happens with the C's? Okay, they're both C squared and C squared, so they're gone. So 7A, just rewriting this a little cleaner, 7A squared B all over 2. How about the next one? 24 over 6. Here we go, 24 over 6. 4. X to the 6th, x to the 4th. X squared. What happened with the y to the 4th there? It stays. Why? Because there's nothing on the bottom. All right, to simplify. So y to the 4th, and what about the z's? Z squared, and there's nothing. That's it. There's nothing to put in the denominator. Don't flip over yet. I'm not done, or don't go down to the bottom. I have no idea why it went 1 to 3, but we're going to add in a 2 right now, everybody. Number 2, right below number 1. Simplify the following. 4g squared h to the 5th all over 48 g h to the 10th j. All right, help me out. 4 over 48. Start with your numbers. 4 over 48 reduces down to. Get me there. No. Who was the last one to go? Give me a number. 9. 4 over 48. 1 over 12, yep. By the way, I don't know if anybody's ever shown you, but your calculator can reduce for you. Anybody know that? Go ahead, get a fraction template up right now and put 4 over 48. All right, bring a fraction template up and do 4 over 48. Anybody else? 4 over 48. Everyone got it? Press enter. What's it tell you? What's it tell you? Reduces for you. Okay, reduces for you. Okay, so put it in a fraction template. 4 over 48 reduces for you. All right, who just answered that one for me? Need another number. Let's go. 16. G squared, G. What's left? G squared and a G. Where? Okay. Give me another number. Let's go. 3. H to the 5th and H to the 10th. What's left? Where? Give me a number. 2. I got J and nothing here.
It would be J.
Where?
In the denominator.
There you go. Okay, so if I wanted to rewrite this, G over 12H to the 5th J. Is everyone good on where to place it? Marco? Why wouldn't it be negative? Because we don't deal with negative exponents at this moment in time. Yeah, leave it all positive exponents, please. So that's why it goes down in the denominator. And I got a number 4 for you as well. Hopefully you're not writing too big. Simplify the following. 4x squared y squared z over 16 x to the 3rd y to the 8th z. Olivia, give me a number. 12. 4 over 16. 1/4. Give me a number.
17.
What happens with the x's? 17. Give me a number. 5. What happens with the y's? 5.
It's y to 6.
Okay, give me a number. 8. What happens with the z's? Nothing. So do you see how everything wiped out on the top? Everything went on the top. When everything is gone in the numerator, you are not left with nothing. You are always left with 1. Okay, so be aware of that all today. When everything is gone in the numerator, you're always left with a 1, not a 0. So 1 over 4x y to the 6th. You should never have a 0 in the numerator when we're simplifying. Questions on that's not too bad, right? Not too bad? All right, well, here's the problem. What operation is going through all of these at the beginning? Always multiplication. Did anybody see any addition or subtraction signs? Me neither. Now you will, and the rules change a little bit now. Okay, now you're going to start seeing some addition and subtraction in the numerator and denominator. Okay, everyone see the first one I'm asked to reduce. Here you go. This is going to fire me up big time. I'm just warning everybody. Is it all multiplication? No, you see addition and subtraction. You cannot just cross off whatever the heck you want. Multiplication, sure, go right ahead. Cross off anything you want, reduce. But when there's addition and subtraction, they all stick together. You cannot just cross out whatever. So if you see addition and subtraction, right away, you're thinking about factoring. All right, right away, think about factoring it. So let's start with the top. Again, do not just cross out. You see addition and subtraction, do not cross out right away. Look to factor, please. On the top, it's not going away, is it? And this is something where you cannot use quadratic formula or complete the square, guys. You're not solving anything for x. I'm factoring it. So you have to know how to factor here. All right, two numbers that multiply to 28, but add up to -3. This is getting kind of old, I know. It's getting kind of old, and hopefully some of you are saying, oh, this is easy now. Last one to go. What do you got? 20. What are my numbers? 4 and 7. Can I get some signs with that? It's got to add to a -3. Done. Factor the bottom, because the bottom can be factored. GCF, yeah, GCF. What can I take out? A 3, and what are you left with? X minus 7. Now, once everything is factored, you look to simplify like terms. All right, like terms. Do you see anything in the numerator that matches anything in the denominator, Caitlin? X minus 7s are there, right? And, ready? Here's why I'm going to be able to cross them out. What's happening with the x minus 7 and the x plus 4? Oh, multiplication. What's happening with the x minus 7 and the 3? Well, as long as there's multiplication going through, you can reduce them. What am I left with? In the numerator, what's left? X plus 4, and in the denominator? 3. I cannot go any farther. Again, you see addition and subtraction. You see addition and subtraction in the fraction. Factor it, cross out the like terms. Going. All right, let's keep going because this might be a tough concept for you to pick up. Everybody stop, watch me be embarrassing and tell me why it's an embarrassment that I'm doing this right now. Oh, hey, I see x squared. See ya. I see 2 and 4. I'll put a 2 down there. That's 1/2. Why is that embarrassing? It's got addition and subtraction in it. You can't do that. What do you look to do first? Factor top and bottom if you can. So let's do it. Factor the top and the bottom. They're both trinomials where the a value is 1. Let's see you do it. And hey, as much as it's going to hurt for you to, some of you to hear this, if you can't factor that, good luck the rest of the unit. All right, you better get your keister in here quick. All right, if you can't factor those at this point now. Here we go. Let's not wait for an invitation. Let's factor it. Factor them. Two numbers that do this and add to this. Who's the last one to give me an answer here? Need a number after you're done with your phone? 13?
X plus 2. X minus 1.
That's a good factor. Need another number?
4.
4. Factor the bottom. 4. Factor the bottom. That's a good factor. Everybody good? What can I, now that I factored, what can I cross out? Sam, need a number? 23. And at this point right now, I'm probably not going to give you a problem where you can't cross out anything. So if you're looking at it and you can't cross out anything, you might want to go back and see if you factored correctly or not. Everyone all right on that? I'm not going to give you a problem where after you're done factoring, you won't be able to cross at least something out. So the x minus 1s are gone. What's left on top now? Callie, give me a number. 2. What's left on top?
Oh, sorry. X plus 2 and X plus 4.
Okay, question for everyone. Everyone ready for me? Good? Is that okay? Is that okay? Why not? What's still there? Addition. Sorry. Maybe if you were multiplying all those, that would be fine, but nope. That is not okay. That is what I'm left with. That is that fraction reduced. Questions? Okay, it says you try, but you're not ready to try yet, especially with these beasts. I don't think you know what's coming. And I'm going to keep doing it. I don't care if you hate it. I'm going to keep doing it. Everyone ready? 5a squared and 5a. I don't know. I'm left with a squared. That makes a lot of sense, right? Why not? Because there's addition and subtraction. Factor the darn thing. Let's go. Somebody help. I'll help you guys here. What am I left with? What can I do on top? 5a squared minus 45. Take out a 5. When I take out a 5, what am I left with? A squared minus 9. I don't know if any alarms are going off in your head. We'll get back to that. What about on the bottom? Take out a 5 again and be left with a minus. Okay, I'm not ready to cross out yet because I'm not done factoring. Anybody see why I'm not done factoring here? What do you got? A and 9, right? You can keep going. Yeah, you may have to factor more than once. It happens in this algebra class. So keep the 5. What's a squared minus 9 going to be? A minus 3 and a plus 3. Got it? All over 5 times a minus 3. Yes. So be careful. You may have to factor more than once. All right. What do you want to cross out now is the question. Now that I'm all done factoring, what can I cross out? A minus 3s are gone. I agree. One on top, one on the bottom. Yep. And the 5s. Yeah, because you got one on top, one on the bottom. And what are you left with? A plus 3. Yep. You can put it over 1 if you want. Questions from you guys? All right, let's keep this train rolling for this last problem. What do you want to take out of the top? A 3 and a y. Perfect. And you'll be left with y minus 4. Yep. What do you want to take out of the denominator? Be left with y squared minus 16. I would not cross off yet because you're not done. Numerator, denominator, which one can you keep factoring? All right, nice job, guys. Nice job. 3y, y minus 4. Can't touch that anymore. Bring down the y that you originally took out. And then what about y squared minus 16? That'll be y minus 4, y plus 4. Yep. And what are we looking at to cross out now? The y minus 4s. Yeah, I agree. Can I cross out anything else? Which ones?
The one next to the 3 and then the one in front.
These two here? What do you guys think? 3 times y. And what's happening with the y in this one? You are correct. Those y's can go. Only thing left in the numerator now is a 3. And in the denominator, I want to feel like there was something else I wanted to show you before. Oh, yeah, here you go, real quick. You don't need to copy this down. I just want to show you. Let's say you've crossed out everything you can and you're left with something like this. you can only cross out something in the numerator with something in the denominator. Okay, so I cannot cross both these out because they're in the numerator. Okay, everyone see that rule? You can, and that's what we've been doing all day today. Numerator with a denominator, that's it. Caitlin.
Could you then though rewrite it as y plus 2 squared?
You could, yeah, that'd be fine. Yep, but I could, what I'm just saying is you can't cross anything out. This is done. All right, everyone good? Numerator with a denominator. Any other questions, concerns? Okay, let's go. Get after it. Get after it. If you want me to sit down with you and work on anything, let me know. Because you guys got 7, 8, 9 tonight, I believe. Yep. Remember, all multiplication, you can cross out anything you want right away. But if there's addition and subtraction, look to factor.